Chicago! Welcome into the Chicago Sports Podcast. Coming at you live from the West Loop Studios, CHGO Sports. I am Kevin Kaduk, head of content at CHGO. To my left is Kacy Standohar. To her left is Mark Carman. And behind the board is Lawrence Benedetto.
Hello.
Guys, we made it. Longest 8 weeks of our lives, January.
What day is it?
February 1st, Thursday.
What time is it?
It's sunny. It's 50 degrees.
It is nice outside.
Look alive.
I am very happy that the sun is shining. It feels, Greg Bragg said this, so I will not take his quote, but he said it feels like opening day, and it kind of does.
Yeah, listen, I feel great. Congratulations to all those people out there. Me, who made it through dry January, not one alcoholic beverage.
I feel like I drank more in January than I ever have.
Dry January is a sham. January is the best drinking month there is.
Oh my God, I really did.
Cold Friday, Saturday nights, playoff football, and you guys give up alcohol
I
for
just
that?
had wine with my girlfriends like every weekend. I never do that.
And by weekend, you mean daily?
Well, it wasn't daily, but
By
there
weekend,
was a
she
few
means
weeknights.
Tuesday.
There was a few weeknights.
Listen, I'm just telling you, it was not easy. And to everything both of you are saying, and I mean, I've never enjoyed a lemon ginger zest cocktail, mocktail, whatever they call it, without anything in it more than I did in this January. And I'm a new man.
Good for
I'm
you.
a new man.
I'm proud of you.
Can't wait
What's on board for tonight? What are you cracking?
Martini?
I think I don't know if it's tonight because I'm probably leaning into a nice Vegas week. I think we're going to crack it open with it feels like an old fashioned just to, get back in the game. Maybe
Old fashioned's always a good option.
Are you making that at home or are you getting it somewhere? Because I can't do them. I can't make my own.
No, that's an out.
Sure you can.
That's
not hard. It's like
No, but
three
I'm saying I
different
can't. I just can't.
I want it made for me. The old fat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I make a good martini. I'll say that, but I don't know. For some reason, the old fashioned, I don't know. I don't have all those ingredients. A lot of weird ingredients.
Big show today. We're going to be
Huge.
talking about Caitlin Clark, the superstar, graced our presence, graced us with her presence in Evanston last night. Big night against Northwestern. We're going to be talking about Carm's life on the Bears beat right now, which is a really weird place to be in between that Caleb versus Justin thing. And we are going to talk about the impending trip of Lawrence and Carm. They're headed out to Las Vegas on Sunday for Super Bowl week.
Hey, I didn't know that.
Congratulations.
Let's go.
Woo!
It's going to be a week. We're going to have a good time.
We're
going to win.
Talk about an 8 weeks type week.
Do you want to tell everyone about CHGO Tavern Style, our mini podcast, our mini offshoot of the Chicago Sports Podcast? You probably noticed these popping up in your feed. They're being taped Monday through Thursday. They're little mini podcasts featuring your favorite CHGO personalities, and they've been really well received. If you have a suggestion for a pairing that you'd like, hit us up at CHGO Sports on Twitter, or I guess wherever, maybe in the comments here. But been a lot of fun to do so far, and yeah.
I'd like to take on everybody in the office regarding everything. So just
Wait, have you been on yet, Carm?
What's that?
Have you been on yet?
I have not.
He's not been asked.
You're upset with us, right?
I'm not upset. I'm extremely upset. I'm not sleeping
We
at
thought
night.
people had enough access to Carm.
Yeah, that's a fair take. I get it.
Starting with the show, but continuing on 4 or 5 days a week with CHGO Bears. So
Yeah, no, I get it. Listen, I've had enough of me. If I could take a break from me, I would take a break from me.
if you want more Carm, become a diehard. Hit him up in the CHGO Diehard Lounge on Discord. So, hey, this week's Taking Care of Business Award, powered by ComEd, goes to subject of the show, Caitlin Clark, Iowa superstar, hits Northwestern last night, drops 35 points, becomes the Big Ten's all-time leading scorer. She's running up on Kelsey Plum to become the NCAA's all-time leading scorer. And she is probably the story in not even women's basketball right now, but college sports, I would say.
She is.
Listen, there was the amazing Beckett, who is my girlfriend's
Is that a
son.
magician?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, he might be someday.
He might be.
The amazing Beckett. He
Baseball card magazine owner.
Yeah.
He came home from school. Can we go see Caitlin Clark
See?
play? Hasn't asked to go to a Bears game, Bulls game, Hawks game, Cubs game, Sox game ever. Can we go see Caitlin Clark play?
That's
how much.
amazing.
Isn't it amazing? That's how much it's making its way into the ether of what's going
What
on.
did
out
Uncle
there.
Carm say?
Oh, well, Uncle Carm wasn't there for that question, but Uncle Carm would have said, "No, we can't do that. Are you kidding me? I'm not paying $250 to stand general admission."
People were lined up.
Think about that. You have to. They waited in line from 10 in the morning. We're going.
It was like Black Friday
young
for Caitlin Clark.
Young Beckett doesn't know this, but he's getting to go to Bulls Kings on Saturday because
That's fun.
Game time.
Yeah, exactly right. But I just thought it was interesting that I'm getting text last night. Are you watching Caitlin Clark? No, I'm not.
I thought you were there or
Well,
going to be there.
No, yeah, I was not. I would
Good
love
job
to.
by you.
I would have loved to have gone.
Mm-hmm.
You where were you guys?
I would have loved to have gone.
Well, what happened? You're
I
Kacy
you know,
Standohar.
I didn't have an invite, a credential. I couldn't go. No ticket.
You should have been
I
silent.
would have loved to go. My
Yeah.
daughters have a pretty intensive ballet class on Wednesday, so I wasn't going to go without
Very
them.
important.
The Kaduk girls, Black Swan.
Yes.
I've been showing up at these things.
My daughter's ballet practices.
Well,
I'm scared.
gymnastics. It's intense.
It's an all-day thing.
with these-
Lawrence
They are
knows.
intense, man. They're
Oh, do
7
not-
and 9, and they
do
are
not.
tough.
Please, for God's sakes, no more gymnastics meets or what are they called? Showcases. That was the worst 8 weeks of 6 hours of my life.
My dad loved watching me dance at recitals, but he would stick with my brother when it came to like baseball practice. He's like, I'll take Jimmy. My mom takes me to dance. And we just divided and conquered because he would be bored.
They are long, but
Yeah.
and expensive. Caitlin Clark. Watching her right now, it's like watching the Beatles. It's like watching the college basketball version of Taylor Swift. Seeing the highlights from there. I mean, I was seeing Facebook updates and Twitter updates from people I didn't know had any interest in women's college basketball, and she's out there. I mean, she's got the Nick Saban security detail around her for good reason.
Incredible, right? She has security detail. That's amazing. Like if you think about college players in football and men's basketball, whatever, they don't have security detail. Caitlin Clark has security detail, and she seems to handle all of it. I don't know if the word perfect is too tall, but she's really embraced her role as being a role model and bringing attention to the game.
You guys tell me this because I honestly want to know. I feel like people can recognize amazing talent, whether it's men or women's sports, but do you feel like any other female athlete has gotten this much attention and respect, well-deserved respect and attention in the past?
Non-Olympic athlete?
Serena would be the top.
Is
of
there
the
Yeah.
a former WNBA player or college basketball player in women's basketball that you feel like there's an
I
equivalent?
mean, I think women's college
Brittany
basketball.
Griner, I think, was when she was at Baylor and going into the WNBA. Like she was quite the.
Yeah.
but not popular
She was
like this.
I know, but she was an event
For the
back when she
longest
was-
time, though, women's college basketball, so much of the talent was concentrated on two teams, Tennessee and Connecticut, and more of the attention would go towards the coaches,
Yeah,
whether it was
Summit
Gino
and
or
Gino,
Pat.
yeah.
So it necessarily wasn't, oh, well, Candace Parker's at Tennessee.
Gino and
Candace
Pat.
Parker is...
It's a huge thing in Philly.
That's true. But yeah, I just kind of think about the mania around it. I think there's a few things. I mean, one, I just think more of these games are being televised. There's more access. But then it's like she's the women's version of Steph Curry.
Yes.
Like, who doesn't like seeing people
Pull up logo threes.
Right. And I
Yeah.
think that has so much to do with it. Like, I think,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of talent in women's college basketball right now. There's a lot of, household names. I mean, whether it's Angel Reese or Paige Buchers, like.
How do you say her last name? I've never figured
Buchers,
out.
right?
I
don't
thought it was
know.
Beckers. I don't really know.
I have no idea.
I know that really upsetting.
But I mean, like, there's so much. And I would actually almost say right now, like, women's college basketball to me is a little bit even more interesting than the men's version.
That's great to hear because for a long time, I came up covering women's sports, women's softball, and none of these athletes or the leagues were getting the attention they deserved, the money they deserved, the pay they deserved. And it's great to see, for example, women's college volleyball. Mm-hmm. They sell out a stadium in Nebraska. Yeah. And I think that paired with the Caitlin Clark mania that's happening, it's like women's sports are getting finally the attention that they deserve. Well,
women's college basketball, too, it's almost kind of like where the men's game was 30 years ago, which you would get to know players over 2, 3, 4 seasons, and you would see their careers unfold. You'd see things come together. And obviously that's not the case with men's basketball anymore. Guys are here for 1 year, and then they're off to the NBA.
Yeah.
People transfer. Now, all of those factors could have a negative impact on the women's game. There's going to be more money. Mm-hmm. These people can transfer. But right now it seems, whether it's women's college basketball or women's volleyball or even women's hockey, it almost seems a little bit more akin to that collegiate spirit of like what we thought NCAA was. And while football and basketball on the men's side has just become like these incredible businesses, and it's really hard, not to be cynical about them. Mm-hmm. The women's side, you go there, and I was selling out all their games. They're selling out I don't think Wisconsin women's basketball ever sold out the Kohl Center, and they sold it out for Caitlin. No
people
problem.
are traveling to see her.
Right.
There's a following for her, even when you don't live in Iowa, or you're not in a Big Ten region. It's amazing.
Women's college basketball for families, let's say you got 2 kids, you don't have a ton of dough, and you want to go to a game.
Yeah.
You go to a women's college basketball game, pay no money, and have a great experience, enjoy the game. Kids aren't going to notice the difference anyway. Mm-hmm. They're probably going to learn something along the way, hopefully as well. And, respect athletics, everybody playing it, all that. This has become enormous business. There's a legit debate because she's got an extra year of eligibility because of COVID. She's going to have the record, but she could make more money staying another year, getting all the NIL money than she's going to make in the WNBA.
See, but hold on, that's like this misnomer that everyone keeps saying, oh, she's going to take a pay cut to go to the WNBA.
Like she's not going to have sponsorships.
The NIL shit, she's going to just keep that when she's a pro. But she's going to still be a brand. That's not going to change.
Yeah, I had the same thought too, but people are making that argument, and I'm wondering,
it's wrong.
You think it's wrong?
No, it is 100% wrong. People,
hold on. Everyone's heard of the Iowa Hawkeyes, right? I mean,
right.
What percentage of people could name 4 WNBA teams?
What do you mean? How could you not name 4 WNBA teams?
You can.
The Iowa Hawkeyes.
You can. I'm just telling you.
No. She's not gonna take a pay cut. That's all.
Yeah, she's not gonna have to go to Siberia to play.
It's some false narrative
round out the take home.
Okay. I mean,
I agree with Lawrence on this.
She's getting paid. Period.
Do you think all those brands right now are like, you know what? No, we don't. Our ride stops here because we're going to Indiana.
Yeah. No.
Now, I will say
she's on the Indiana Fever now. I don't want to pay her anymore.
Well,
why? Why not?
If I'm her right now, though, do you want to? Maybe that is you could make a case and say, okay, well, maybe I don't want to play for the Indiana Fever, and I'm going to, maybe see if I can get to a bigger market. Indiana Fever have never been a good team, correct?
I don't know the Indiana Fever. I'm just telling you. I follow sports. I know the Chicago Sky. I know the New York Liberty.
That's
but
on you, Chelsea Mitchell.
I'm not saying awesome. I'm not saying it isn't on me, but you're talking to somebody who pays attention to sports. There is a certain bling that goes with being in that and where she's at. They are little. I mean, do you think that she's going to sell out all the WNBA arenas? Maybe she will. I don't know, man.
WNBA is growing every year. I don't know. I don't think she's going to stay in college an extra year because of she's not losing money by going to the dub.
Well, regardless,
unfortunately,
how do the Olympics play into this?
The Sky don't have any draft picks. How do the Olympics play into this? What do you mean?
She's going to be on the Olympic team.
Yes. Are you saying does the WNBA pause their schedule?
The WNBA does pause it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know.
It's 2. Yeah.
I just wonder if that affects their decision. Say, well, maybe this would be a lot to do the Olympics and move on. I don't know. I mean, it will be interesting to see because I don't think some people were saying, oh, Caleb Williams is going to stay at USC because of the NIL money. Now that, you want to talk about a bad argument, but
Yeah, and that was more so he doesn't want to be a Bear, so he's going to stay. Yeah, okay. He doesn't want to come to the greatest city on the planet to be a partner with CHGO. I've heard rumors that Kayla wants to be on CHGO
you have
Bears.
heard that?
Yes.
Wow.
It just came out of his mouth. That's why I
Breaking
heard it.
news.
Yes. So, at any rate, that one doesn't make any sense.
Brandon Rodriguez in the chat saying James Wade shouldn't be allowed back in Chicago. Exiled.
There it is.
He literally was just here at the United Center when the Toronto Raptors came, and
That's right.
there he is on the bench as one of their assistants. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
I know
Damn
that
it.
guy.
Damn it!
Where do I know him from?
Stop trading away draft picks.
One other thing on Caitlin, she March 2nd of 2022, if you search the internet, you'll find an article written by Mark Carman for fansided.com about Caitlin. And
Who's he?
yeah, and so
I know like 2 Mark Carmen.
yeah. So that was 2022, so it's 2 years ago, right? And I didn't know who she was when they reached out. Like I'm a little bit. I'm like, Iowa basketball player,
Right.
Caitlin Clark. She's doing what? Okay, sure. I mean, I always said yes to literally everyone. And then I put up a podcast with her, and it went nuts. It got so many clicks because people, even then, at least
That big.
she was the popularity was rising quickly.
That's gonna be a fun March. I'm looking forward to the tournament because all those games are televised and they're pretty competitive. They're fun, and like I said, I'm thinking back to how the NCAA tournament used to be. You know, you see Georgetown. You know, Allen Iverson was playing. You know, like you'd see someone come through Duke, and I think we're there with college basketball, women's college basketball.
Well, I mean, last year with the Angel Reese thing, that was amazing. It's the only thing I remember from the men's and or women's
I'll
tournament.
tell you
last
one
year.
thing. Last year, I made a lot of money on that championship game because it was there was
yeah.
so much money on Iowa, and I thought, man, you're going to give me that LSU team with a better coach and just
F
as
her.
good players.
Ugh, I hate that woman.
So I did pretty well, Lawrence.
Congrats.
That's
Good
right.
job.
They've lost 2 in a row,
Yeah.
and I've got to see both those games.
You'll also do pretty well if you check out Circus Sportsbook, which offers tight moneyline splits and a low hold model. Games there always strive to be a negative 110 split on the Circus Sports menu. Unlike other sports books, you get in there and you look and you see minus 120, minus 130. But Circus Sports is aiming to keep as little money of yours as possible when they win on large market bets like futures, golf tournaments, especially compared to those other books. They offer high app limits and a lot of transparency. Circus Sports does not limit players based on their winnings. Every player has the same limits, unlike other books who do limit winning players. They encourage bettors to download and explore all the sports betting apps available, just so that you know that they are offering the best odds. They also offer the best customer service.
I love it, customer circus.
Customer service at Circa, because there are real people behind the Circus Sports brand, and they resolve issues in a timely fashion, unlike all those other bots who use artificial intelligence chat bots. All aspects of the app are being run by the same team that runs the main Circus Sportsbook at Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, which our guys, Lawrence and Carm, will be seeing next week.
Let's go.
Woo.
Can't believe that's happening. I just found this out. It's amazing.
If you're staying at home like me and Kacy, you can download the Circus Sports
Sad.
Illinois app at circusports.com/Illinois-app. And also be on the lookout for Circa events, watch parties, and tailgates. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text GAMB to 833-234 or visit areyoureallywinning.com.
Have you ever gone to that secondary ticket website whose name will not be named, and you have to click through 8,000 times to buy tickets? You won't have to do that when you download GameTime tickets, and you should not have to worry about when you're buying your tickets for the next big event. GameTime, the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for all sports and music and comedy and theater. Killer last-minute deals, too, all-in prices, views from your seat, their best price guarantee as well, and guarantee GameTime taking the guesswork out of buying tickets. This is what you do, and they've got a special deal going on with GameTime right now and the big game. If you do this by taking the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime, right now, all GameTime users get $100 off a big game ticket with Vegas 100. Vegas 100. Terms apply. Just download the GameTime app. Use that code Vegas100. You get $100 off a big game ticket Even if you've used GameTime before, they'll give you $100 off if you're going to the big game. Or if you're not going to the game, use the code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. And download GameTime today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed.
I kind of wonder what was going on through the Northwestern team heads last night, right? Like they got to play in front of a sellout crowd at home, but everyone was there rooting for Iowa. That Iowa runs over them. I wonder what they were thinking.
Road game at home. It's way of life at Northwestern.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty standard.
Another day.
Procedure.
Yeah,
Dang.
And it's been a lot better as of recent note for the Wildcats for a long time now, actually, but could call it a decade. But this was old school. But I don't think you get mad about it. Like, I got a sellout crowd. We're playing an elite player. It's got to be a cool experience.
I was telling you, like, there are few things I love about a Chicago winter more than a packed gym that is just there to see one player, and that player does go off. Because I think about growing up and seeing, going out to the Proviso West Holiday Tournament and everyone coming out there and packing the gym for, Kevin Garnett or Ronnie Fields or Corey Maggette. There's just something about that feel, and it's everyone's inside. The place is packed. It's warm. It's bright. And you go out into the cold. It's like a very Chicago thing.
I love it to the end of the earth. You're speaking my language.
Kleinschmidt, remember that kid from
Tommy K.
Where'd he go? Gordon
Tech.
Yeah, Gordon Tech. Yeah.
I have his game tomorrow.
There you go. See?
I talked to him yesterday.
You talked to Tom Kleinschmidt yesterday?
Was he
Yeah,
wearing
I have the
the
DePaul versus
sleeves
St.
under the
Ignatius
jersey?
game. I asked him if he was going to get the head coaching job at DePaul.
What did he say?
He kind of didn't answer.
Brush it off.
He was like,
Brush it off. His trademark was he used to wear the cut off T-shirt underneath.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have their game versus
I
St.
couldn't
Ignatius
stand Gordon
tomorrow.
Tech. They were always so good.
Let's get TK on
Especially
the
when he was there.
We can get TK on the show. He's a nice guy.
Let's get TK on the show.
I like it. A lot of good vibes. Not as many good vibes on in Bears world right now. Lawrence mans the chat. Harm facilitates the chat and tries to keep Greg Braggs in line. It's rough and tumble world, Carm. What's going on?
Divided fan base right now. Keep Justin rather, draft Caleb. I just want to say this, Bears fans, we are going to get through this. We are going to make it to the other side, and whoever the quarterback is, we are all going to support that quarterback to the best of our Bears fans' abilities. I'm kind of not sure how to handle this on most days, but today is just like it's all going to work out. It's not that serious. The literal dudes on Twitter who are like threatening our lives on the
crazy.
Show those people are clearly, they must be kidding that they're just.
I think if you approach a situation with just the realization that whatever decision the Bears make, it will be the wrong one because they are the Bears, you're going to be okay.
See, I've been saying this either way is the right decision because like either you're building around a good quarterback in Justin and you get a lot of assets around him by trading that pick, or you're getting a quote-unquote generational talent in Caleb, and he will raise the rest of the team up. So I think it's a win-win situation. It's just, of course,
so how much of the team
war.
Justin, though, support do you think is because they really like Justin the player, and how much do you think it is of the absolute fear that Caleb is going to show up, not produce, and maybe be even worse, be like an all-time bust?
You're saying it's like the devil you know versus the devil you don't?
Right.
I don't think that's what they're worried about.
I
Do
think
you?
I think it's more team. It's just Justin Fields fandom.
Yes, and familiarity and
I agree. I'm just asking
comfort.
you guys.
Yeah, I do.
Listen, you go to training camp or you go to a Bears game and you look around at all the jerseys and it's number one. Justin Fields is everywhere. Mm-hmm. So I think he's just well-liked, as you're agreeing with, Kevin.
As he should be.
He's well-liked for how he carries himself.
But your quarterback's never not well liked in any franchise.
Well, that's not true. Jay Cutler was not well liked.
But he was by some. Some people liked his curtness.
But that was a hardcore split down the fan base. There's nobody in Bears fan world, at least that I know, that doesn't like Justin as a guy. People didn't like Cutler as a guy, and they didn't like him as a quarterback. Justin, they like him as a dude. They just don't. The people that are against him just don't think he can play.
I think I'm more or less team Caleb, and I actually hate to admit that because I don't want my life threatened either. But I am more Team Caleb, and it's not an anti-Justin thing. I am terrified of passing up on him.
See, I like that angle.
I also agree with that, but I will be shocked if the Bears go that route. I do not think they will make that kind of move. I think they're going to keep Justin. I don't think they never really make big, bold moves, do they? They're like safe.
Either way, this is a bold move. Either thing they choose.
Last year they traded the number 1 pick. It was at least fairly bold.
I remember that. But taking Caleb Williams will be major bold.
Not according to the rest of the NFL and all the scouting. I mean,
it's not like a risk.
I think Adam made the point on the Bears podcast today. Like, this debate isn't happening anywhere but Chicago right now.
Right. Everybody else looks at it like, what are you talking about? This guy.
I love seeing some of these mock drafts though, and I'll be like, people will be like, oh yeah, the Bears are going to trade down to the Broncos at 12, and they're going to get the 12 and next year's number 1 pick, and third. It's like, that's not clearly enough for that.
It would be interesting to see what polls could pull off. And Hogue was, I think actually Bragg was asking the question, like, what is there a price that you're willing to move it? And I don't think there is. If you like Caleb, if you think Caleb is that, you're not trading the pick. I'll give you 5 first-round picks. If you really think that he is that dude, you're not trading it because then it's invaluable if he turns out to be what you think he is. Yeah. Now, if you're uncertain, well, okay, fine. Then if you're uncertain, you're probably looking to trade the pick covertly. I don't think they're uncertain.
So, Carm, you were at the United Center the other night, and you were asking different Bulls figures, like who you should pick, and I think everyone across the board picked Justin, correct?
Why didn't you ask Red Panda what she would do?
So, we should talk about that because, as we talked about on last week's show, you threw the Bulls to Red Panda, and there was Red Panda at the UC.
Benny did it this time. Benny can't do it like me.
Benny sucked.
Did she do it? Did she complete the...
So she had 1 drop, but she came back and she got it done. And I literally was in tears for Red Panda. I'm not kidding. I was screaming for Red Panda. Like, because you said how great of a person she was, the whole thing.
Yeah, she was very sweet.
I had Red Panda emotion. I was so happy for her. But the question was...
Red Panda emotion.
I did.
I'm going to see an empty bottle in like a couple weeks.
It was amazing. I have video of it where I'm literally screaming
We've
out.
Had enough Red Panda video on the show.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I figured that,
But anyway,
but anyway,
with your Bulls night.
But anyway, nobody wants to put their name on it. Chuck Swirsky, emphatic, keep Justin, which is that's a Swersk is.
I feel like there was a lot of politics at play there.
Maybe so, but
Io
also said keep Justin.
Io's a huge Bears fan. Came to our draft party last year, and he's a Fields guy. Listen, people like Justin.
He compared him to Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
he likes him, and I also get it. Again, if no one's willing to take the bold stance, I don't think the Bears are either.
Well, if you go on video and you say that you want to draft Caleb, somebody that they don't know, to a guy that like people are still think that like Justin's gonna be their friend or run into him, it's you feel like you're doing something that's quote unquote wrong. And maybe they truly believe it. I think maybe I don't know. Will Purdue hedged.
What did Will say?
He was like,
he said a lot. There was like 45 seconds.
It was a long Will Purdue. I don't even remember what he said, to be honest. I love Will Purdue. That's my guy. But and then the real one that I didn't send in, I've got like a 5-minute video of Sam Smith going into it. It was unbelievable. That's amazing. I'm like, I said to him literally as he's like sitting in the Bulls locker room, like, all right, Sam, do me a favor. I'm just going to ask you, Caleb or Justin? You tell me who you're keeping, Caleb or Justin. Well, let me tell you why they're going to do what. And he just went into this whole thing as Kacy Johnson.
And you just regretted asking.
I love Sam. I'd listen to Sam talk like literally for hours, but it was amazing how detailed he gave an answer, basically saying that it's their jobs are way more secure taking Caleb than staying with Justin. It elongates their careers.
I just think you look at who they brought in to fill out that offensive staff over the past week, And I just don't think that there's people packing up the moving trucks and coming here so quickly. And
I agree.
And with Shane Waldron and Thomas Brown,
I agree.
it's just hard to think. I don't know. So
What's going on over here?
it's very interesting.
Very serious.
Yeah, when you're
Always
writing a
typing.
novel over here.
Yeah. I was talking with Emma about our stats for January.
was
It's
the
the end of
best-
the month.
It was the best of times. It was the blurst of
It's
times.
the start of the month.
Hey, are you in the market for a new vehicle? If you are, then we have some great news for you. Our partner, Ray Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fox Lake, is starting their Ray Resolution with the Start Something New sales event.
Yeah, we should start something new about this ad read because
it
it
a
is now
little-
February.
You know what that means? You'll be able to shop incredible savings on every new vehicle in stock because they want to clear the lot to make room for brand new 2024 vehicles. For a limited time, get up to $9,000 off new Jeep models with dealer discount. That's not all. Shop their last call on remaining 2023 Dodge Challenger and Charger models, including Hellcats, Scat Packs, and more. Dodge is the most powerful muscle car brand, so you don't want to miss out on their last call with over 20 Dodge muscle cars to choose from. At Ray CDJR, you'll always be able to shop one of Chicagoland's largest inventories, drive home with more money in your pocket than you'd expect thanks to Ray's price promise. Don't miss out. Shop great deals all month long and save big because Ray CDJR makes buying a new vehicle more affordable than ever. Fans can get a free oil change when you mention CHGO at the service center or mention CHGO when you book online at raycdjr.com/service. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, then you have to check out the team at Ray Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram because they are the only team we recommend. Visit them today on Route 12 in Fox Lake. For more information, visit Ray CDJR in Fox Lake or raycdjr.com, serving the community since 1963.
Carm, did you know it's getting easier for businesses to switch to electric vehicles? It's something we can all get behind for the health of the planet and for the well-being of all of us who share it.
Indeed, Kacy. The electric grid is evolving to meet your cleaner energy needs as we all move with confidence toward an electric tomorrow. Whether you have one delivery van or a whole fleet of shipping trucks, ComEd can help guide you to make the changes that make sense.
So what should business owners do, Carm?
Well, let me tell you, Kacy, they should go to ComEd.com/clean, ComEd.com/clean, and learn more about the resources, fleet rebates, and infrastructure incentives available to help businesses go electric. If you own a business, don't wait. Start making your plan today to switch to electric vehicles. Good for business, good for the planet, good for all of us. Go to ComEd.com/clean, ComEd.com/clean.
Did you say ComEd.com/clean?
700 times. Yes, I did. Go now and see how going electric connects us to a better way of doing business and a better future for generations to come. ComEd.com/clean.
I need to get a new service department. I took my wife's car in yesterday. Every time I go in there, I just want an oil change and tire rotation. Should be pretty cheap. I just always feel like they're trying to get one over on me.
Because they are.
Yeah, I mean, well,
So this guy hands me an invoice for $900. And I was like, dude, I'm here for an oil change and a tire change. I was like, well, you need all this other stuff too. I was like, I literally just drove in here for 5 seconds ago and you just looked at my car.
That's what they do.
And this is not itemized.
Especially to
and-
women. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, you need all of this. And you're like, I would be like, Dad, do I need all of this?
Like, and there was like wipers on there. It's like, I'm not having you replace my wipers for $89.
yeah,
a
I could do that
blade.
myself.
Yeah.
I like
the
I
air
like
filter for
changing-
$15. Like
yeah.
I am an automotive idiot. I can
You're
I
good
can
at the
change
filter.
every filter.
I can't.
Yeah.
You're the one paying,
No,
paying $1.50
they,
for it.
They
Yeah.
got me.
I like doing the headlights. I love changing a headlight. That's fantastic.
I've had my
I feel
car
I feel very accomplished when I do that.
I've had my car for 13 years. The headlights have not gone out yet.
Well, when you go out this morning or this afternoon,
I
it's
know,
probably going to
shit.
be out.
Probably. All right, you guys are headed to Las Vegas,
We are?
Nevada on Sunday through Friday.
Viva!
CHGO Bear shows will be coming live from there. I don't know what Kacy and I are going to do next Thursday. It's already giving me a lot of anxiety.
It is.
Oh, it's
Figure
all
it
about
out.
you guys.
I'm sorry, we can't be in Vegas.
Yeah, come on.
I put together some things to talk about in Las Vegas for this podcast.
You
Oh,
gave
good.
me the worst topic. I don't even play half these games.
Well, okay.
I'll do it still.
Who wants to rank Las Vegas table games?
Kacy
Oh.
should do it.
The only game
I
that
can-
I
I mean-
play in Vegas
Let me
is
guess.
roulette. Is that what you were going to guess?
I hadn't gotten
If you
there.
don't have
I
experience with the other ones, then I'll let either
Yeah.
Carm or Law have
Yeah, I would
a
agree.
crack at this.
Poker,
So I've listed blackjack, poker, craps, and roulette. I didn't list slots
poker.
because none of us are 80-year-old women.
Thank you.
Blackjack,
might play
poker,
slots.
craps, and roulette. Blackjack, poker, craps. I mean, see, I love poker, but like also that's a real time commitment. And if you're in Vegas in a casino, like there's nothing better than a hot craps table. There's nothing more fun than like everyone's like you're on the same team unless you have that idiot playing the don't pass line. And if someone gets hot and you're making money, like that's the best.
I think craps is number one.
Yeah,
Craps is the best. It's I mean, it's a lot of fun. The odds are really in your favor if you know how to bet.
Yeah,
Not in your favor, but as close to your favor as they can be.
right.
But that's the thing. Who the hell knows how to play? I don't know how to play.
No,
hard.
it's not hard. There's like a couple moves. You put your money on the pass line, and from there it goes up to one of the numbers when you roll in, and then from there maybe throw some odds on it. Yeah, no, you got to do that. Yeah, we got to play. We got to
Craps number one. Poker would be last because
Really?
yeah, it takes a lot of time. You can be there with just like absolute degenerates that you would never ever sit next to anywhere in your real life.
Yeah, and they're calling you with fucking 2-4 offsuit, and they hit a goddamn straight, and you're like, how the fuck are you playing that when I like 4-bet you? And it's very upsetting. Very upsetting. That happened to me last
So
time.
that leaves blackjack and roulette. See, I used to like blackjack, but now it's like
That's a good way to lose $200 really fast.
or win $200 really fast.
Or win, but then lose.
I love them all. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'll play anything, sure.
Yeah.
Roulette, my A1, the only game I play.
Yeah. I mean,
You like to watch the ball go into a slot. And
Yeah, it's so fun. And also, it's just picking numbers. It's easy. You just pick your lucky numbers. You're like, what do you want? When's your birthday? When's your birthday?
What's your lucky number
Red,
there, Case?
black, 3.
3.
We rolled into Vegas for a bachelor party long time ago. We're in our early 20s, and my buddy Johnny, he's like, I brought $500 to gamble, and he's like, I'm just gonna put
Put it all on red.
He's like, I'm just gonna put it all on black right now. So
black.
he puts it on black. And we're like, holy shit, that's all he has to gamble, and possibly spend the rest of the weekend. I mean, we were that young, and we're like, hey man, you went to UW, shouldn't you bet on red? He said, oh shit, yeah. And he moves all the 500 over to red, and it comes up red. I mean,
Oh my God.
place just explodes like he hit $1 million blackjack. So
I
it
love
was a
it.
good start to the weekend.
That's fun.
I think every day, Carm, you should actually take listener input and just kind of agree on a community number. And every day you put $10 on that number and see at any point you do
Sure.
that.
See if you lose $50 or not.
I'm down.
Casey will comp you.
Good for the entertainment. I like that idea.
All right. Rank these Vegas celebrities. This is going to be Casey's
I could do
topic.
this.
Wayne Newton, Siegfried and Roy. That's the same one.
I mean,
I think both of them are dead, right?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Well, I mean, this is, I could have listed Elvis too. Britney Spears, Celine Dion.
Okay, I think you have to go number 1, Wayne Newton.
Wow.
Classic
Oh my
Vegas.
God.
Right? Then I'm going Celine Dion.
Oh, boy.
She's number 2.
Over Brittany?
Why?
Man.
I think I put Britney last year. I don't think I would enjoy that show at this point. So I'm going Wayne Newton, Celine Dion because she's epic. And she's usually my go-to karaoke song, which is very challenging for me. Then I'm going Siegfried and Roy,
Because
then
they're-
Britney.
Millennial on millennial violence. Are you millennial?
Yeah.
that's
I
the
just
one
don't.
that's weird.
I mean, Britney, like back when like she was all right. That would be a good show.
She's all right. She's recovered. She's no longer in her stewardship or conservatorship.
I
whatever it's
really
called.
would rather see Wayne Newton in Vegas than Britney.
Okay.
Brittany, right here.
Really?
Absolutely.
I mean, where's
Will you
Carrot
be-
Top? is
Will you
my
be
question.
seeing any shows, Carm? Will you have time for any shows?
No.
We will not have time.
Usher's there
The
now.
CHGO Bears show.
I
Who else has a
mean,
residency?
Bruno Mars.
I'm very
Well,
upset
I would see him.
that I looked up tickets to see U2 at the Sphere, and it was a lot of figures. It was like $1,300 for it, like a.
They're still
cheapest.
there, huh?
Yeah, they've got. I don't know. They have like 4 shows left. I don't know when it's through, but they play next Wednesday night, and I was like, please. I looked, and I'm like, oh my God, that's not even remotely attainable. And then I started thinking, who do I know that might know someone that could know someone to get me in there? And I thought of Carm. So let's
Carm
do it.
will always
Let's
find a
do
way.
it, Carm.
Check out GameTime.
Come on.
I got you.
Concert time.
Sunday, Bloody Sunday with the.
I'd love to go. That'd be amazing.
All right, Law. Rank these Las Vegas movies: Casino,
Oh boy.
Vegas Vacation, Swingers, and The Hangover.
Oh wow.
Swingers is number 1.
Ostensibly a Los Angeles movie, but I'll allow it.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, they just go to Vegas in it. But, that's come on, it's classic.
It's a great
Double
scene.
Down Trent. I mean, Mike.
Hang on, Voltaire.
You just gotta. Yes, that's a great line. Yeah, you gotta fast forward through the voicemail scene, and otherwise it's great. Number 2. See, I mean, for me, Casino was too long, so I never really thought of it as a great film. So I would say Hangover's 2 for me because I like the comedies. And then Vegas Vacation's last. So I'll go Casino 3, Vegas Vacation last.
Nick Papagiorgio?
I never even saw Vegas Vacation.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to watch it.
Yeah. Do I?
It's pretty good. You guys see it?
I have not.
John?
Vegas Vacation?
I like Vegas Vacation. The original?
Yeah.
Or the new one with
Wait,
the guy from The Office?
There's 2 different ones?
I think they made a new one, a new Vacation, but I don't think it's Vegas.
Oh, they made a new Vacation.
You're
not a
right. You're
new
right. It's not
Vacation.
Vegas. I'm
Right.
wrong. Sorry.
Casino's got so many good scenes, but it is,
Yeah,
it's kind of
like
Goodfellas
4
light.
hours. It's like,
Oh, it's so good. James Woods, Sharon Stone,
I love Casino.
Don Rickles.
love a Rickles.
I mean, if I was going to Vegas, it would just be nonstop casino quotes. You guys would just get sick of me by hour number 3. By like the 83rd time, I would say, "And the eye in the sky watches us all," or there's a lot of holes in the desert and a lot of problems buried in those holes.
It's a true story.
You should threaten Braggs with that next week.
Excellent plan.
What else is on tap for Vegas?
Well, that's a great question, Kev. All I know is that we're leaving Sunday night. We're getting back Friday night. We've got a couple we got one former Bear booked. We've got a current Bear booked. I don't know if I'm supposed to give out these
Wait, we
names.
have a current Bear booked? We could talk about this after, but we do?
We have a current Bear booked.
Yes, I didn't see
Plays
that one.
linebacker.
Okay.
3:00 on Thursday. We're talking to him. Don't know when we're going to run it. We've got a lot of it's nobody knows how to do the Super Bowl quite like we're going to do the Super Bowl. We will
It's gonna be fun.
Whoa.
we will dominate.
It's gonna be fun.
A lot of this is I started going in 2017, I want to say. So
I've never been for a Super Bowl. Never covered a Super Bowl, so this will be.
You'll have fun.
I'll need someone to teach me the ropes.
Give me your
get
best Super Bowl story, Carm.
best Super Bowl story. I loved it in Minneapolis my first year just because
It was freezing.
Well,
I want a story, man. I want like a crazy encounter. I don't
we-
want to
so
like.
we
Oh,
get-
I like going to Mall of America.
No, well, hold on. They have, well, did you know they got the amusement park in the mall and you're riding rides? That
Yeah,
was,
and
He is going to the Mall of America. Of
that was
course he is.
fun, man.
Yeah.
But we get there. Okay, we just get to Minneapolis. First Super Bowl ever. Normally these things are in Miami. You know,
Right.
It's 80 degrees. It's literally below 0 that year. So they drop us off. There's 3 of us. We have no idea what we're doing. We don't know where the entrance is. We've got equipment. Can't get in. Wrong entrance. Sorry, you got to walk around this way. It's freezing, and I'm not dressed well at all. And I was like, this is my lot in life. The one year that I get to go to the Super Bowl ever, it's in Minneapolis. It's 3 below, and I'm carrying like tripods and whatever else.
Yeah.
But then we got in, and then you never left the mall the rest of the time. So it's not really a great story, but that was one. Roadway Inn in Miami, most disgusting hotel of all time, which we stayed. Couch in the
When I covered the Bears in Miami for Super Bowl 41, they kept us at a hotel that had been stripped of its Clarion accreditation. So think about how bad it has to be for you, like Clarion, be no way, we don't want our name associated with you. It was bad.
I think I have a visual of it because it was the Roadway Inn couch in the the Roadway Inn couch in the lobby that had 17 different colorations and just I don't know what was going on that couch.
I am not a Miami guy at all. That is.
Oh my God, I had so much fun covering the Orange Bowl when I was there. We were there 5 days, and because of the way availabilities worked, everything was done by we were done by 1 or 2 in the afternoon. We went to the beach 4 of the 5 days.
I mean, that's
was the
good,
best.
Yeah.
fantastic.
The whole like money and beach thing though, like everyone's got a Lamborghini. It's
I didn't care about it.
Clearly not my style. Lawrence. I don't think it's yours
No,
either.
we were staying up in Fort Lauderdale. It was amazing beach.
With old people.
We won't be doing that.
So I wanted like a crazy Super Bowl story. Like,
Well, wait, you said you cover the Bears in Miami. Did you go to the Prince media availability?
have I told the Prince story?
I don't know.
So
Kacy,
I was
has he?
yes, I was at the Prince media availability.
Exactly.
I was at the Prince media availability, and everyone was getting ready. Everyone was getting staged, and then it was I don't know. Let's say it started at 2:00. At like 1:58, I'm like, okay, I got to run to the bathroom real quick because I got to go. I go to the bathroom. I open the door, and as soon as I open it, it just gets stopped by like this huge person. I was like, what the hell happened? Like I just hit something. It's a large man. And I look, I swear to God, I swear, naked Prince putting on his orange jumpsuit.
What?
Oh,
No
yes.
way.
The purple one?
Absolutely true.
What?
And I was like, oh, sorry. It was like,
Oh, sorry. Oh,
it was absolutely, yes.
that's awesome.
And then like 3 minutes later, he's like 5 feet from me, just jamming out to, I think he played Johnny Be Good.
You touch Prince's ass?
No.
Oh my God.
Listen, it goes to show
what
that
did we watch
icons put on their pants the same way we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're jumpsuits.
one
They're
leg at a
jumpsuits.
time,
They're
but
purple jumpsuits.
once they're on, he
But
just shreds.
He didn't
That's
float
amazing.
into them. I feel like he would float into them.
Yeah, he just.
Do you remember he
stumbled
came? He came out to there, and he, like it's usually like they take questions. And
Right. No, he just played a concert.
he took the first question. Somebody asked the
Oh,
question.
right. Yeah.
It may have been Les Grobstein.
If that makes sense.
Or some, I don't know. I know Les was there. And as soon as the guy started asking, Prince just started playing. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
One of my buddies.
I've only
there
covered
as
one
well.
Super Bowl, so like that's probably the best story from
works
that
for
one
me.
for me.
You have one Super Bowl. I've got 5. You got a
Oh,
better
wait,
story.
no. I do have another great story from there because I was
Here we
all the
go.
way up in the aux box. And to my left was the reporter from the Big Sandy Times who was there to cover hometown boy Lovie Smith coaching the Bears in the Super Bowl. And to my right was Andy Rooney from 60 Minutes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
why?
And I talked to Andy Rooney for the first
You talked to him.
half. Oh, yeah. He's a pretty nice guy. Did not really, I mean, a little curmudgeonly, but not the character. Asking me a lot of questions. And he left at halftime and left his entire laptop and bag there, never came back. I was like, oh, what happened to Andy Rooney? And then I kind of felt like actually responsible. I needed to get the laptop back to Andy Rooney, and I actually tracked someone down from CBS because they were doing that game. And I was like, do you know who Andy Rooney is? And the person, like, no recognition. I'm like, probably one of the biggest stars at your network. Like, he's very old. You need to get this to him. And so I did my part.
And now,
That's amazing.
yeah.
You Super Bowled with Andy Rooney,
I did.
American legend, TV legend.
Also, John Cass asked me for his extra Super Bowl seats, and I told him no. That felt good.
Yeah.
John Cass, the
No.
Tribune.
Yeah.
He wanted your seats.
They were like this Super Bowl cushions, which are floating around the
Oh,
office
those
here
things.
somewhere.
Yeah. We have those.
Cass, always looking for handouts.
So, I wish I was going.
We're
I'll
gonna
go
miss you,
next
Kev.
year when the Bears are in New Orleans. Gonna
That's
bring
right.
home Super Bowl number 2.
January 26, 1986, part 2.
All right. Well, safe travels to you guys. Kacy and I will hold it down here at the West Loop Studios of CHGO Sports. It's going to be a good week. Make sure you're locked in. Make sure you're checking out CHGO Tavern Style. Tell a friend about that. Same great CHGO content and party cut slices. Let's
So
go.
hungry.
Kevin, do this. Okay, bye.
That's getting screen capped.
Oh. Oh, that's the end of the show?
See ya.
We all silly like the